how you maintain the same standards of work when you start growing a team. This is a question that's very close to my heart and something that over the years I've tried various things. And the first thing I will say to you, which you may not want to hear, is that you're never going to be able to guarantee that you can, with a big team or even a small team, give the same level of service that you give to your clients yourself. Now, there might be some team members who deliver this, equally to what you do, maybe even better in some cases, but there will equally be some who deliver a standard which is maybe not quite as high as yours, especially most VAs have high standards. So that's the first thing as a bit of a reality check. So there is a little bit of you that you just have to let go a tiny bit. Now, obviously, there are things that you can put in place. So number one, onboarding. When you onboard a new person, it's a good idea to go through things that are your expectations, and this is the turnaround times, this is how you must deal with client budgeted hours, etc., etc. So give them some guidelines up front as part of an onboarding process to set the boundaries so they know what they need to be doing and what your expectations are of them. Secondly, check in with your client directly. When you take on your associate VA, tell them this is what you do. Tell them this is part of the process of your business. It's just a standard process. You're not checking up on them. This is just something that you do to make sure your clients are happy, and follow it through. Make sure that you do it. I would say in the first few weeks, I would be checking in on them a couple of times, once maybe after a week or so to see how it's going, then again. And after that, once the client's bedded in and you feel like everything seems to be going well, I would check in with them probably quarterly, if not, every 2 months, and just make sure that the client's happy. At the end of the day, if the client's happy or not is the biggest measurement of how they're performing. And what's been a real eye-opener to me over the years is that a lot of it is personality and perception. So there are VAs on my team who have worked with our client, and our client have said, no, they're not the right VA for me, or they might have said something negative about them. So you change their VA and, they absolutely love them and they work together brilliantly. And there are, different personalities. So as you build a team, don't assume that your opinion is going to be the same as your client's. So just because you think somebody might not be particularly strong in one area or is not right for a client doesn't necessarily always mean the case. A lot of it is gelling and personality. So that was quite an eye-opener to me.